In the northeastern corner of the country, spanning Mpumalanga and Limpopo provinces, the Kruger Park extends in a strip 350 kilometers with the Mozambique border to the east and the Zimbabwean border to the north. This vast reserve occupies a total area about the size of Israel. The park can be reached by road via one of the 9 gates on the South African border. There are 3 airports serving access at Bapalaborwa, Eastgate, and Kruger Mpumalanga International Airport. Synonymous with the ultimate African wildlife experience, no trip to South Africa, let alone the African continent, is complete without a visit to South Africa's biggest national park and game reserve. The famous Kruger National Park, established in 1898, is the real Africa, an area untouched by the encroachment of modern civilization and home to a vast multitude and rich diversity of animal life and habitat. This is the finest example of untamed Africa. Kruger has the largest concentration of wild animals anywhere in the world. 150 species of mammal, over 500 bird species, and 380 types of tree live in this subtropical low-felt environment. The wildlife heritage and scenic splendor, as well as the excellent facilities you would expect from a national park, make Kruger the primary destination in South Africa for international and local visitors, with more than 500,000 visitors a year. The world-distinguished facilities and management at Kruger National Park offer a wildlife experience that ranks with the best in Africa. There are 12 main rest camps in the park itself, offering visitors accommodation facilities ranging from smart guest houses to simple but comfortable, well-appointed cabins and safari campsites. The rest camps have dining facilities and shops. For a more luxurious safari lifestyle, there are also 5 bushveld camps and 2 bush lodges managed by the park authority. These provide more exclusive facilities and a reservation is essential. There are also 7 privately managed concession areas, essentially private game reserves within the park, which provide 5-star luxury accommodation and facilities that rate with world-class hotels and resorts. The Big Five. At Kruger, you stand a good chance of sighting elephant, lion, rhino, leopard, and buffalo. Africa's famed Big Five game animals are not the most elusive or rarest animals to be found in Kruger Park. In fact, Kruger Park has more than its fair share of these, with an estimated 1,500 lion, 12,000 elephants, 2,500 buffaloes, 1,000 leopards, and 5,000 rhinoceroses. In the park and the surrounding private game reserves, there is a wide variety of accommodation. These differ in size, facilities, style, and price range. Skukuza main rest camp is at the southern end of Kruger Park, to the east of the Paul Kruger Gate park access. All of the rest camps, including Skukuza, have comfortable facilities, including communal cooking and braai areas, a shop and laundry, a restaurant or cafeteria, public phones, and some rest camps also have a shop and a petrol station. Other accommodation at Skukuza includes bungalows, cottages, safari tents, and a campsite. You can see that in line with all the park's main rest camps, it is laid out with a mixture of public areas, dining facilities, a shop and swimming pool, as well as accommodation. The emphasis in Kruger's main camps is warm hospitality, comfort and good food, as well as game viewing. Here at Skukuza, you can dine in a decommissioned train from the disused Salati railway line for a touch of old-style luxury. This is a manned information center where you can arrange game drives and find out more about the park. All of the big five can be found in the vicinity of Skukuza. There are also wild dogs to look out for. At night, bush babies and fruit bats are resident in the camp. At the river running through Skukuza, you may be able to spot hippopotamus and buffalo, especially in the morning. Bergendal is one of Kruger National Park's more modern rest camps. Opened in 1984, Bergendal has been designed with careful attention to preserving the natural environment, allowing the bush vegetation habitat to be experienced to the full within the camp. It is surrounded by rocky terrain and mountainous bushveld. Bergendal means hill and dale. A habitat which attracts a great variety of wildlife, including leopards, white rhinos, kudu, impala, giraffes, and some elephants. Bergendal can be reached from the Kruger Mpumalanga International Airport, which is 25 kilometers from Nelspruit, followed by less than an hour's drive to the park's Malalan Gate. Accommodation comprises several family cottages, smaller bungalows, and 2 guest houses with multiple bedrooms. There are also campsites for caravans and tents, each with a power point and a braai stand. Amenities include an excellent manned information and visitors center, a grocery store, a restaurant and cafeteria with views across Majula Dam, picnic facilities, a petrol station, and a large swimming pool. Named after Willem Pretorius, one of the Cape Colony's voortrekkers, who was buried at the nearby hill or kopje, Pretorius Kop Rest Camp in the southwest corner of the park is a perfect destination for family and friends to enjoy a classic safari experience. This is the oldest camp in the Kruger National Park, the first to open to visitors, and has some accommodation units that date back to the 1930s. It is 9 kilometers from the Numbi Gate. Pretorius Kop has a large population of white rhino. With over 80 safari huts, some with air conditioning, 50 bungalows, several family cottages, and some 40 campsites, the accommodation is extensive, well-equipped, and provides for all the needs of the modern visitor. This is the Pierre Joubert guest house, one of the top-graded lodges in the rest camp. The restaurant is designed in a distinctively rural African style. Pretorius Kop Camp also has a shop and a pool of natural rock, which make for an all-round, comfortable stay. The setting of Lower Sabi Rest Camp is undoubtedly exquisite. Look out across the Sabi River panorama from the observation points on the restaurant's boardwalk and spot the game that is drawn to the river banks to water. Romantic tented accommodation gives the feeling of being out in the middle of the bush. In addition, there are several cottages, huts, bungalows and campsites catering for a variety of guest requirements. There are also extensive shopping facilities, a laundry, picnic sites and a new swimming pool. Lower Sabi is popular for bird watchers as well as game drives, where you can see lion, cheetah, elephant, hippo, rhino, warthog and herds of buffalo. Moving further north towards the very heart of Kruger National Park, Satara Main Rest Camp is to the east of Orpen Gate. Satara is one of the park's biggest camps, with capacity for accommodating over 400 visitors. These are examples of some of the accommodation available in Satara Rest Camp. As you can see, the ambience reflects the style of colonial Africa, an older age of thatched buildings, verandas and well-attended gardens. Satara is the best base in Kruger for seeing the big cats, lion, leopard and cheetah, which prey on the big antelope herds that graze here. There is a restaurant, grocery store, picnic facilities and a TV lounge. Or indulge in the simpler primeval pleasure of sitting outside by a log fire, listening to the sounds of the animals at night. Orpen is a small rest camp situated at the Orpen Gate entrance on the western boundary to the park, one of Kruger's principal access points. There are 15 thatched cottages and a handful of larger guest houses, as well as a grocery store and petrol station. The watering hole near the rest camp continuously attracts thirsty game, including elephant and antelopes. The Olifants camp provides an unforgettable view over the rolling plains of the Lowveld. The rest camp is situated on top of a prominent hill overlooking the Olifants River below, creating an unbeatable vantage point for viewing wildlife, such as these elephants, from its numerous observation platforms, an experience that remains with visitors forever. Accommodation includes bungalows, guest cottages, and there are also 2 luxury guest houses. This region, which straddles tree-covered Lowveld and open exposed plains, is home to an abundance of large animals: zebra, impala, kudu and elephants, and along the Olifants River, lion, crocodiles and hippopotamus. Bird enthusiasts will find large birds of prey here, including eagles and owls. A shop, conference facilities, picnic site and braai area complete the picture of this beautiful camp. North of Olifants, in the center of Kruger National Park, is Letaba Main Rest Camp. Located on a bend of the Letaba River with tall, shady trees, this is one of the best bases for viewing elephant, attracted to the sandy river, and also offers excellent birdwatching opportunities all year round. Letaba is a perennial favorite camp for visitors to Kruger, particularly because of its idyllic location and because of the excellent game viewing afforded by the surrounding lush Mopani felt habitat. One of the largest and oldest of all the rest camps, Letaba is accessed by the Palabowa Gate to the west, which is served by a small domestic airport, and boasts an information center, the Goldfields Environmental Education Center. Accommodation includes the full range of styles that you would expect for a larger camp. Cottages, bungalows, guest houses, huts and furnished safari tents, as well as camping and caravan sites. This is Mopani Rest Camp, the most recent of all Kruger Park's main camps. Completed in 1992, the camp has been designed to allow the surrounding natural vegetation to remain very much intact with the camp. The architecture, with its use of only natural materials, thatch, wood and stone, seems to blend seamlessly into the indigenous habitat around the camp, creating a haven of nature. The Mopani trees that thrive here give the camp its name. This is an environment that supports a rich ecosystem, offering excellent game viewing and bird watching. Waterbirds inhabit the nearby Pioneer Dam. A charming bird hide during daytime can be used at night as a sleepover shelter. The main accommodation is provided by small bungalows, larger cottages, family cottages, and a luxurious guest house. There is also a restaurant, bar, cafeteria and takeaway, laundry, braai facilities, pool, and an information center.
When we create a marula, we let nature take its course. At our plantation, we let our trees grow wherever they choose. Our irrigation system is erratic but effective. Our temperature control is self-regulating. And when our most stringent tasters arrive and give us the nod, this exotic fruit is distilled and blended with cream to create a superior drink for those special moments. Amarula, the spirit of Africa.
Xingwedzi. Far up in the northern confines of Kruger, this park is situated on the banks of the Xingwedzi River. The Xingwedzi Rest Camp offers among the best elephant viewing anywhere in southern Africa. Access is via the Punta Maria Gate. This is the luxurious Rentmeester guest house, the highest level accommodation available at Xingwedzi. Other accommodation includes a large number of the camp's original huts built in 1933 of wattle and daub construction. There are also more modern bungalows as well as camping facilities. You will soon get to know the animals that visit the river here: elephant, baboon and giraffe. Xingwedzi Camp has a top-class restaurant where you can enjoy a romantic meal as the sun goes down over the bush. There are also picnic sites, a shop and a pool. The most northern rest camp in the Kruger National Park, Punta Maria is enveloped by rich tropical vegetation. This provides an unsurpassed environment for birds and smaller animals, but less big game owing to the density of the vegetation. Look out for the rare Nyala antelope and sable. This is a baobab tree, characteristically squat and stocky with a huge circumference. The camp has 7 luxury safari tents and several cottages and bungalows. Recently opened are 2 new fully equipped self-catering family houses. The amenities are good, including a petrol station, laundry room and a shop. At the Kruger Gate entrance is a monument to Paul Kruger. This part of South Africa's Lowveld was first proclaimed as a park in 1898 by the president of the Boer Transvaal Republic, Paul Kruger, who demanded protection for the threatened indigenous wild animal populations from hunters. His vision took another 12 years to be achieved, when the area between the Sabi and the Crocodile rivers was set aside for restricted hunting. Later, James Stevenson Hamilton was appointed the park's first warden in 1902. In 1926, the National Parks Act was passed, and with it, the merging of the Sabi and Xingwedzi game reserves into the Kruger National Park. Game drives in an open vehicle with experienced game rangers bring you face to face with the animals and the opportunity to learn a wealth of fascinating facts about South Africa's wildlife heritage. Keep an eye out for the more elusive animals and birds during an early morning game drive, when you will usually be rewarded with good sightings.
Right there, so the windmill will work. So the windmills is for animals. So mostly the elephants are drinking right in that tank there, while some of the antelopes are drinking in that flat one.
Or take part in a thrilling night safari, where you can spot the mysterious and elusive nocturnal creatures of the bush: bat-eared foxes, aardvark, jackals, all in the natural tranquility of this vast, unspoiled reserve, where life is allowed to continue untainted by human intervention. Get right up close to Africa's big game and wildlife and learn about the fascinating smaller details of the bush. A visit to Kruger is an exhilarating experience. Big game viewing on foot, accompanied by qualified professional rangers, tracking rhino, elephant, buffalo and big cats is available at many of the park's camps. Other activities which can be booked include 4x4 and mountain bike trails. The main focus of this DVD guide to the Kruger National Park has been on accommodation and activities in the rest camps run by the park. However, several luxurious private lodges have been introduced within Kruger Park's boundaries. These lodges provide standards that are frequently on a par with world-class hotels in terms of comfort and service, characterized by attention to detail in their design and architecture, harmony with the natural environment, or creature comforts, like top cuisine. The private lodges possess their own distinctive styles, but all reward the visitor with an unforgettable, ultra-luxurious 5-star stay in Kruger. Singita Lebombo Lodge overlooks the grassland plains from its settings in the Lebombo Mountains, where you can view herds of animals passing. The exclusive Singita lodges regularly make it onto the gold list for the Condé Nast Traveller UK Reader Awards, one of the most prestigious accolades in the travel industry. Outdoor dining and an abundance of glass allow for an uplifting and exhilarating visual experience of the bush. The outpost, set in the remote Makuleke region at Pafuri Gate in the northernmost end of the park, was designed in a contemporary style by an Italian architect and has a Michelin-starred chef preparing bush cuisine. This is Jock Safari Lodge, an exclusive private lodge with a unique style and distinctive atmosphere, providing the opportunity for tourists to enjoy complete privacy in a glamorous environment. There are 12 luxury suites, each with a private plunge pool and a covered outdoor deck. If there are 10 things to do before you leave this life, one of them must be to visit the real Africa in the Kruger National Park. It is here with these beautiful images that Photos of Africa bids you adieu, hoping that we'll see you again soon in South Africa.
A world in one country.